At my cousin's engagement party, everyone shared stories. I wasn't introduced. Someone said, loudly, "Is he even still part of us?" My mom looked away, didn't say a word. I just sipped my drink and waited. That night, I logged into the trust account, made no changes, just looked at the balances I'd managed for years, then clicked on Export Full History, sent it to one person, her fiancé. Subject line, "For when you're ready to know." Family room, after dinner, wine breath, soft jazz, and tension so thick it hums. "You weren't even invited last year, so why show up now?" Aunt Mara's voice cut clean through the air. "Mara." Uncle Gene's warning was soft but limp. "No, someone has to say it. He just shows up. After everything." "Everything?" I said, calm. The word tasted like metal. "Don't act like you don't know." My cousin Ava, eyes narrowed, arms folded like a courtroom judge in a cocktail dress. Mom didn't speak. She sat on the edge of the floral love seat, picking at the skin near her nail. "Is he even still part of us?" someone muttered, loud enough, deliberate. I didn't turn to look. I just sipped my drink. A bitter whiskey sour. One lime wedge, too much sugar. Silence rippled. That silence, the kind that wraps itself around your throat, where words used to be. In that moment, I didn't care if anyone said my name. I wanted to see if they even remembered it. "It's fine," I said, rising. "I'll stay quiet, like always." Who I am, or was. My name is Luca. 25, middle child, eldest son, certified afterthought. I used to think family meant duty, showing up, shutting up, smiling at the right moments. I spent most of my 20s managing the family trust like it was a second job. Dad made me co-executor when I was 21. Then he died. Nobody asked me if I wanted that responsibility. They just handed me the keys and said, "Don't screw this up." No one ever said, "What, thank you." But I didn't do it for gratitude. I did it because I thought, stupidly, that maybe eventually it would make me feel like I belonged again. I haven't felt that in years. Ava, 26. My cousin, the golden one, lives online, engaged to Miles, a decent guy. She gets everything first, the money, the attention, the benefit of the doubt. Uncle Gene, 55. My late father's brother, slippery, always talks like he's trying to sell you a lie he believes himself. Aunt Mara, 53. Gene's wife. She hasn't liked me since I was 12. I once told the truth when she needed a lie. My mom, Sarah, 54. Quiet. Not out of gentleness, but habit. When Dad died, she shrunk. I guess some grief doesn't leave room for your kids. They didn't want me at this engagement party, but legally I was still the one who signed the check. Ava twirled her engagement ring like it was a compass needle, pointing anywhere but at me. "You weren't around when we needed help last summer, Luca. Where were you?" "I was at the hospital with Mom." "She didn't even tell us that," Mara said. "No one asked." A pause. I looked at my mother. She wouldn't meet my eyes. "He's always pulling this martyr act. Ava again. You hoard everything, the money, the decisions, like you're above us." "The money?" I laughed once. "You mean the money I've managed for the last 4 years? The trust your dad left with my dad and then to me, because none of you could be trusted not to use it like a casino chip?" Gene shifted uncomfortably. Good. "He's getting defensive," Mara said. "Must mean he has something to hide." I looked at Ava. "You sure about that? You think we don't know what you've been doing?" Ava's voice cracked. "The balance is lower. You've been making transfers." I didn't flinch. "Emergency withdrawals for Mom's care, 200,000 in 2 years, all documented. You would have seen that if you actually opened the reports I send you every month." Gene spoke now, Finally. We were just concerned. It's not personal. It's only personal. The room quieted. I leaned forward. If you'd rather I hand over the passwords and walk away, say it. But don't accuse me of stealing when I've kept this thing breathing longer than any of you deserve. And I never wanted control. I wanted to be trusted. There's a difference. It was 2 years ago. Dad had just died. I was going through boxes in the garage. Paperwork, old pictures, his wedding band. That night, Ava messaged me. We need a $30K withdrawal. It's urgent. I approved it. A month later, she posted vacation photos from Maldives. I didn't say anything. Thought maybe I misunderstood. Then Miles, her fiancé, called me, apologizing, telling me he didn't know she'd used their honeymoon money to cover old credit card debt. She never knew he called me. Still doesn't. That night after the party, I logged into the trust account. Didn't change anything. Just exported the entire financial history of my dad from the last 4 years. Every withdrawal, every deposit, every request, I attached it to an email to Miles. Subject, for when you're ready to know. 2 days later, my phone rang. It was Ava. You absolute piece of... I hung up. An hour later, Miles called. His voice was quiet. Thank you. The family group chat exploded. Accusations, deleted messages. Someone called Mom. She didn't answer. I got one message from Jean. You think this makes you the hero? I replied. No. Just the one who stopped pretending. I met Mom at the diner 2 days later. She looked tired. You didn't have to do all that. She said, I did. She stirred her coffee. They're saying terrible things. I looked at her. You didn't say anything when they said worse to me. Tears welled up, but she nodded. You're right. She reached across the table. Her hand was cold. I'm sorry, Luca. It wasn't everything, but it was something. A month later, I handed over the trust to a third-party accountant. Neutral ground. No more late-night balance sheets. No more silence. Miles left Ava. Quietly, he sent one final message. Thanks for telling me the truth. You didn't have to, but I'm glad you did. I didn't reply. I just read it twice and archived it. Mom started coming out of the house more. We're not close yet. But she asks about my work now, makes tea, sends texts with hearts. Forgiveness is slow, but I'm not in a rush. I don't need a seat at their table anymore. I built my own.